So data types and variables, every organization use case has got a data and operations. Can you please answer whether my voice is clear to all?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
So today my discussion is on data types and variables, entering into the technicals of Python. So every organization use case has got a data and operations. Data represented using data types and variables. Operations represented using functions. Yes. Now, for example, any organization, if we talk an example of a bank, what a bank consists of? Customers and employees. For example, take the example of customer. A customer has got a data, customer name, customer phone number, his address, his balance, his branch, and also operations like withdrawal operations, deposit operations, transfer operations. So generally this data, customer data represented using data types and variables, and the various operations represented using functions. Functions later we discuss. Okay, that is not part of our discussion now. Now our discussion is data types and variables. So to make you understand, right? So just observe this. If we compare C or C++ or Java comparison with Python, Python supports dynamic data types. Python supports what? Dynamic data types. Dynamic data types means, okay, just observe here in other programming language, if you want to create some variable like x equal to 10, compulsory this data type defining required. Y equal to 4.5, compulsory I need to say float y. Z equal to some string like hello, I need to say string z. Without this data type defining, right, you cannot create this variable x, y, and z. But in case of Python, directly I can say like x has 10. Directly I can say y has 4.5. Directly I can say z as hello. So directly I can say like x has 10, y has 4.5, z as hello. What kind of variable x is here means based on this data type defining, you are saying it as integer. What kind of variable y is means based on this data type defining, you are saying it as float. What kind of variable z is means in other programming languages, okay, you are saying this as string. But in Python, whenever you're saying x equal to 10, what kind of variable x is? What kind of variable x is means what value you have assigned to it. What value you have assigned to it. If you are assigning a integer value, integer variable created dynamically during runtime. So there is a function provided by Python type of x integer. Why it is integer? Because you have assigned an integer value to that. Here, what type of variable y is means you have assigned a float value. So the type of y will be float type. So based upon what value you are assigning, based on that, this variable is created dynamically. So as you are assigning a string value to that type, so a string variable is created dynamically during runtime. Type of z is what type? String type. Okay. So based upon what value you are assigning to this, based on that, the variable is created dynamically during runtime. That's why we call dynamic data types in Python. So to make you understand much better on this, I'm going to discuss 4 cases now. So now try to respond right everyone. Case 1. So whenever I define like x equal to 10, whenever I define like x equal to 10, internally one object creates like this. Internally one object creates with value 10. it is going to occupy some address. The address is taken by X. Now try to respond what X is storing. What X is storing? Don't say X is storing 10. X stores the address. You need to clearly understand three things. What is happening internally? Whenever I say print X, directly it goes to this address and prints whatever present at that address. Prints the content at that address. Prints the content at that address. What is that? 10. ID of X. What is that ID of X? Prints the address of X, where exactly it is stored. Address of X is what? 103070. There is a function called ID function to print the ID of a variable, address of a variable. Type of X. Prints the data type of X. What is the data type of X? Integer, because you have assigned an integer value to X, so the type of X will be integer type. Okay. How to print the content, how to print the address, how to print the type. Prints the content at that address, printing the address and printing the type. Understood these three things? Any queries in this, anyone? Any queries in this? Yes. Printing the content, printing the address and printing the type. Yes. Next, case 2. Observe this case 2 now. So in the case 2, observe, and from here onwards, I want the sessions to be interactive. Everyone unmute yourself and try to give your responses through voice, or you can also enter your response in the chat. So here in the case 2, if I'm defining X equal to 10 and Y equal to 20. Now everyone try to answer how many objects will be created internally. Yes. Everyone unmute yourself and try to respond. Whether your answers are correct or wrong, not a problem. X is 10, Y is 20. How many objects? 2 objects. With X equal to 10, it is going to have some address. Y equal to 20, Y is 104090. It is going to have its address. So now try to respond. What is print X? Print X, what is the value of it? Yes.
10.
10, sir.
10. If I want to print the address of X, ID of X.
1037.
1037.
Now the type of X.
Integer.
What data
Integer.
type means? You have assigned an integer value. That's why integer type. Print Y. Print Y. What is that? 20.
20.
Print address of Y.
104090.
Yes, whatever, yeah, 104090. Okay. Printer. So where exactly it is stored, that address it is going to return. Here I have taken some random value. So type of X will be integer type. Okay. So here, what is your observation? Two different variables X and Y with two different values 10, 20. Then two different objects 10, 20 gets created with two different addresses. Two different variables, two different values, two different objects, two different addresses. Any query in this? Yes.
No, sir.
Mhm. Now observe this case 3, everyone. How many objects are created here? How many objects are created?
Two ob
Two objects are created.
Observe carefully. Here only one object is created. Before creating object for Y, it checks. Before creating object for Y, it checks any object with value 10 is already available in the memory. Yes, available, right? Available. So the same address will be given to Y. It won't create one more object with value 10. If X value is 10, Y value is 10, if Z value is 10, don't think the three objects with values 10, 10, 10 will be created. No, it won't create. Only one object, its address is given to X, its address is given to Y, its address is given to Z. So when the values are same, understand here, if the values are same 10, 10, 10, only one object in the memory will be created. The address only will be given to X, Y, and Z. Assume if X value is 10, Y value is 20, Z value is 30. How many objects will be created? Yes, everyone.
3.
3 objects should have been created. Means simple. If the values are different, multiple objects. If the values are same, only one object. So here I can say X, Y, and Z, they are sharing the same content. They are sharing the same content to 10. They are sharing the same address, can I say? Now, can I say in this way, right? Print X, print Y. 10. Address of X, address of Y, and address of Z. So the type also going to be same, int init. Okay, fine. This is case 3. Understood, everyone? If the values are different, 10, 10, 10. X value is 10, Y value is 10, Z value is 10. So only one object, its address is given to X, Y, and Z. Now observe this case 4. Observe this case 4. Observe this case 4 at table. So in the case of case 3, what was our query? What was that? In the case of case 3, X value, Y value, Z value, all the values are same, right? X, Y, and Z values were same, 10, 10, 10. So only one object, only one address. In the case 2, X value is 10, Y value is 20. So multiple objects with multiple addresses created. Okay, now observe this case 4. Now, x value, not x and y here. Previously, we have taken x, y. Now I'm taking x is 10, x is 20. Now, how many objects gets created? How many objects gets created?
2.
2, right? For 10, one object. That address is given to x. For x equal to 20, one more object. 104090. Now, this is fine up to here. But if I say print x, what is the x value it is going to print? 10 or 20 or both? Print x, what is the x value it prints? 10 or 20 or both? Your salary last year 50,000. Your salary this year 70,000. Print salary.
20.
What it prints?
20, sir.
So always
20.
it prints the latest value, right?
It's all right.
It prints the latest value. Print address of x 104090. Print type of x. Type of x is what type? Integer. Now, what happens to the previous one means it gets removed. X can store only one value or one address. X can store only one address. It can have only one value. So the previous one gets removed. Understood these four cases? The case of case 1, x equal to 10, internally one object creates with some address. The address is taken by x. Whenever I say print x, it goes to its address and prints whatever content present. Prints the content at that address, that is 10. ID of x, ID is a function to print the address of it. So what is it? Prints the address of x. Type of x prints the data type of x. In Python, whatever value you are assigning to x, based on that value only, the variable is going to get created dynamically, right? Type of x prints the data type of x. Case 2. Two different variables x and y with two different values 10, 20, two different objects with two different addresses. Case 3. X value is 10, y value is 10, z value is 10. If values are same, only one object, the address will be given to x, y, and z. In the case of case 4, here x and x, if you are taking, always the latest x value only will be considered. Print x means 20. Address of x is 1. Type of x is integer, right? So that is regarding how exactly what happens internally when we define some variables, right? Now, data types. Data types mainly are of two types. Data types mainly there are of two types. Fundamental data types. Collection data types. Fundamental data types means in a simple way to define them. Object holding single value. Object holding a single value. Example of this fundamental type. Whenever I say x equal to 10, one object is going to get created in this way with value 10 with some address. The address is given to x. The address is given to x. Here, object holding single value. object holding single value. Object holding single value, object holding single value, right? X equal to 10. Okay, one object created, one address to it, object holding single value. Object to holding a group of values, object to holding group of values. Object holding group of values. Example, right? The name itself saying a collection of values, group of values, set of values, right? So whenever I say X equal to some list 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, I got multiple values. So here one object will be created for this also, right? One object is going to get created within this object, right? Yes. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 104070. The address is taken by X. Here, object holding a group of values. Object to holding object holding group of values. That's it. So object holding group of values, collection type. Object holding single one, fundamental data type. Now, check this. What are the various fundamental and what are the various collection types? We talk about these fundamental data types. Fundamental data types mainly are of 5 types. Fundamental data types mainly are of 5 types. Integer, float, Boolean, string, complex. Integer, float, Boolean, string, and complex. Integer, float, Boolean, string, and complex. Integer, right? Something like age 25. Float something in decimal part. Height 6.3. Boolean zeros are ones. Boolean values means zeros are ones. 0 indicates false, 1 indicates true. False or true. In Python, Python is case sensitive. Uppercase, lower cases are taken differently. False F should be in upper. True T should be in upper. String sequence collection of characters like city equal to Hyderabad. complex. A plus IB or X plus IY in general mathematics, right? I need to say X plus IY. X is the real in this. Why this is imaginary part. But okay, in the case of Python, instead of the symbol I, we use the symbol J. Okay, later I discuss about this. So mainly 5 types: integer, float, boolean, string, and complex. Now collection data types mainly are of 4 types. Collection data types mainly are of 4 types. List, tuple, list, tuple, set, and a dictionary. List represented by using squared bracket. List is represented by using squared bracket. Tuple represented using normal braces. Set represented by using curly braces. Dictionary, right? Dictionary. Check it. Collection of key value pairs. Collection of key value pairs. List, square bracket. Tuple, set, and dictionary. Dictionary is collection of key values. By seeing the braces itself, you should identify which kind of collections they are. Example, X equal to list of 10, 20, 30, 40. List of values, tuple, right? Y equal to tuple of values, 10, 20, 30, 40. Next, set, curly bracket. Later, I discuss the differences about these things in collections topic. Okay. Dictionary is something like key and value, name, for example, name. Ajay. Age 25. So assume this is key, this is value. Key, value. Key, value. Key value, key value, key value representations. Square bracket, normal bracket, curly bracket, brackets. Okay, collection data types, mainly 4 types: list, tuple, set, and the fundamental types are this. We have got lot of discussion on this list. List indexing, list properties, list slicing, list functions, list methods, list addresses, nested list, similarly for tuple, sets, and dictionaries. So in that collections topic, I'll be discussing on it. But in the case of fundamental type, we have got lot of discussion on strings. So string indexing, string slicing, string functions, string methods, string special characters, right? Now, my discussion will be on string. String. A string, what is a string? A string is a sequence collection of, A string is a sequence collection of characters. A string is a sequence collection of characters. In Python, a string is represented. In Python, a string is represented Single quote. String is represented using single quote in this way. Double quote. And also by using triple quote. For a single line or single word or line, go for single quote or double quote. For multiple lines or a paragraph, go for triple quote. City equal to Hyderabad. A word or a line can use double quote or single quote. Here, if you observe each character of a string, each character of a string is represented or accessed. Each character of a string is represented. Each character of a string is represented or accessed by a unique index. String supports two types of indexes. It supports two types of indexes. Positive index or forward index. Starts from left to right. Index starts from left to right. Index starts with 0. Negative index or backward index. Index starts from right to left. Index starts from right to left. Index starts with -1. Just I'll show you with some examples. Index starts with yes. Now check this. X equal to Python. String in double quotes. For this, one object will be created internally. P Y T H O N. Python is going to have some address. The address is given to X. Now forward index or positive index. From left to right, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each character of a string is represented by a index. We call this as positive index or forward index. Now this is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. Negative index or backward index. Negative index or backward index starts from right to left. Positive index or forward index starts from left to right. Index starts with C. Now, what is the try to answer everyone? What is the value of x of 2? What is the value of x of 2?
T.
T, right? And what is the value of x of minus 2?
O.
O, right?
Oh,
So in this way, if you want to access a particular character, can use any of this forward index or backward. Okay, now coming back. So this is single line comment in Python starts with hash symbol. Single line comment in, okay, which is starting with hash symbol. Okay, now just multi-line comments start with this. Multi-line comments. Now I'm saying x equal to Python Python print x. Print x prints this fact. Type of x will be what type? What you are trying to assign to x? String of values, right? Type of x is what type? str, string type. Length of x means number of characters in it. Number of characters. How many characters? 6 characters in this. 6 characters. Okay, len of x. So just observe this output. I'll save it. So I created a separate folder for this batch, right? Python 7 p.m. str1.py. Yes, now execute it. Okay, length of x means number of characters. Type of x means string str. Okay, y equal to programming. 2 different strings. Print x plus y. Print x plus y. You will get the output as Python programming first string followed by second string. This we call it a concatenation. Concatenation means adding 2 strings. Adding 2 strings. What do you mean by adding 2 strings? First string followed by second string. First string followed by second string. Concatenation. Check this, adding 2 strings. First string followed by second string. Check this, run module. Python plus programming. Python programming. I want to have some space between this Python and the programming. Means add 3 strings now. Python is 1 string, programming. Between these two, 1 more string you add, space. Python space programming. Okay, fine. Now, next is we don't need to write huge codings in Python. We don't need to write huge codings, right? We have got inbuilt methods. We know it, just we have got inbuilt methods, string methods. First one, if you want to print something in the uppercase, prints in uppercase. For example, x equal to, just to keep this in comment, x equal to Hyderabad. To print in uppercase, right? Print x dot, x is your string, x dot upper, that's it. Prints it in uppercase. For example, I want to print in lower, we have got lower method. No need to write quotes here. We want to print in lower case. X equal to Mumbai. Print x dot lower. Prints in lower case. Check this in the first example of Hyderabad, everything in the uppercase. Is it printing or not? Now, in the second case, Mumbai was in uppercase, it is printing in lowercase, right? Now, see the third one, right? Now, observe this third one. Try to respond for this, right? For example, x equal to India is there. Only the first character I want in uppercase, remaining all in the lower cases. Only the first character I only in the uppercase. In such case, right? There is a method called x dot capitalize. X dot capitalize. Check this, right? Check this. Run module. Only the first character I only in the uppercase, remaining all in the lower cases, right?
So if you try to mention the index, suppose x dot upper of 0, then only it is also possible.
Just observe here, x dot capitalize, only the first character I only in the uppercase. No need to perform all this time taking away. Directly we have got a method, capitalize for capitalizing. But if you are saying x of 0 dot upper, right, only that particular character only will be printed with capital I. Not the entire word is going to print. X of 0 dot upper means only the first character only will be printed in the output with capital I. Again, we need to perform concatenation. Instead of doing all this, capitalize that string name dot capitalize. Capitalize is the first. Okay, just I'm writing here, capitalize. capitalizes the first character of a string. Okay, no need. Do you see any complex words here? No, we won't see any complex statements. Very less coding. The same thing if you write another programming, lot of codings required. For example, here x equal to I'm saying good evening Hyderabad. Good evening Hyderabad. How many words are there? How many words you see here?
3.
3 words. My task is every word, first character in the uppercase I want. G I want in upper, E I want in upper, H I want in upper. How can I do this? If I use capitalize, only G will be in the uppercase. So for that, we have got a method called title. Now you check it. All the words, every word, first character appearing in the uppercase or not. Good, G in upper, evening, E in upper, Hyderabad, H in upper. Means what is that? Title. For capitalizing. For capitalizing. For capitalizing the first character of each word. You may ask in the real use cases where exactly this can be useful. Title means observe. Observe this example too. I got some employees' names like this. Rohit, Ajay, Blake, James. Rohit, Ajay, Blake, James, Miller, Rahul. In this way, some hundreds of names are there. I want every employee name, first character I want in uppercase. Every employee name, first character in the uppercase I want. What should I write? Print. EMPS dot title. How many words are there? Every word, first character in the uppercase. Check it. Are you getting every name, first character in the uppercase? Run module. Every Rohit are in uppercase. Ajay, Blake, James, Miller, Rahul. Next, we have got methods like replace. For replacing a portion of a string. I'm saying Java is easy. Taking a string, Java is easy. Now, print X is your string. Dot replace. X dot replace the word Java with Python. Now, what is the output you get? Replacing the word Java with Python. What is the output? Python is easy. So in this way, not only this, we have got many more methods that I'll be discussing in the tomorrow's class. upper, lower, capitalize, title, replace, swap paste, count, format, find, strip, starts with, ends with. Many methods are there that I'll be discussing. Any queries as part of today's session? And as I said, tomorrow the link will be changing. You are supposed to get enrolled to get the new link to your mail IDs. In the chart, they have given the course content details, Python full stack course content, and the payment details and the procedure, right? If there, you can see the contact details of this online team. They provided two contact details, right? And the payment details. Mahur Patel, don't keep on asking the same thing, right? Yesterday I said clearly. Monday at 7 a.m. in the morning.
Sir, if the count of the students get decreases, will the classes will stop, sir, or will continue? Like for example, if the students are for 5 or 6, 7, 8 students.
So the count of your batch will be nearly 20-25.
Okay, sir. Sir, and one more thing, will you provide guidance like work support and like how to prepare a resume and etc. as per for the Python developer?
Yes, yes. So just observe here in the last class, I was saying what I'm going to provide. So videos, you'll be getting each and every session video.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I have one question. So if I go through the Python course, full stack developer, so I'm interested for the data analytics also. So I can be learn as a data visualization tools and everything, Power BI side by side also.
Yes.
So that would be great for me, right? For profile, job profile will be stronger.
Yes.
Whatever the data analytics position I can apply or data science in the future also, right?
Yes, yes.
If I thoroughly focus on the Python developer, Django, Flask, all frameworks, so it's a similar kind of Java, right? Java Spring Boot technology and all things. And
But just
yeah,
you can go as a
yes,
Python full stack developer. You can.
yeah, because of in the future, like data science might be required for the visualization tools and that basic knowledge of analytics also, right?
Hmm.
Python applications are basically for the data science, moreover.
And also for big data analytics.
Big data, Hadoop also.
Yes, yes. I handle big data, Hadoop, Spark, these things, right? So there is
Okay.
there's one more package for this. Those people like big data.
Okay. Big data, that database.
Big data package is there, which includes
Okay.
Hadoop, Spark with Python implementation, which includes Linux. And in this package, this Python 2 months course also included.
Okay.
Python core and advanced.
So as a Python developer, do we have a require for the deployment of the application also, like AWS server, ECW, Jenkins,
No,
those knowledge?
no. Core and advanced, right?
Okay.
So Python core and advanced, you'll be attending any of my Python batch, like if you're continuing in the same batch, that you'll be attending. But this Hadoop, Spark, and Linux will be on weekends.
Okay.
Weekends, nearly 12 weekends.
Yeah.
Once you got enrolled, you can attend these things, right?
Sir, this is applicable for the full stack Python developers, sir. The course we are taking for full stack, then this big data Hadoop is also included in that.
It's a separate package with 15,000. Only this Python only included. That remaining all that to this Hadoop package, 15K. To that again, if you pay 5,000 more means 20,000. All the other things like a Django, Flask, REST API, UI technologies, all that you will be getting. So you'll be getting two packages. If you are paying 20,000, we want this big data package. In that, what you are not getting is the frameworks you are not getting. For that 5,000 extra you need to pay for. You will get both the packages, Python package and big data package.
Okay, sir, got it.
Okay.
Thank
So
you.
yeah, so tomorrow check with this, right? Just copy that message. And don't forget, if you have got enrolled, most of the people do a mistake, right? Try to share the screenshot of your payment to that mail ID provided in the chat. They have provided one mail ID. Can you see? DURGASOFT online training @gmail.com. So in that bold form they have given. Okay.
Yes, sir, they have mentioned.
DURGASOFT online. Try to share your screenshot of it. Then only the link you will be getting. The link you will be getting by tomorrow 4 o'clock to your mail IDs, right? Okay. So I said clearly about the timings. Initially for 1 week, like 10 days, it will be at 7 p.m. Later it will be at 8 p.m. It starts at 8 p.m. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Fine. Check this course content, right? We have lengthy course contents. We'll be discussing in brief about these things. So what is discussed in this? So Python core and advanced, 70 hours, 2 months duration. UI technologies, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Django, Flask, REST API, MySQL project. From the 2 to 7, 70 hours. Python 70 hours, framework 70 hours, 140 hours. 2 months for this, 2 months for this, totally 4 months. 6K plus 7K is 13K. But if you're taking the entire package with a single payment, it's 12K. Fine. Fine. So if I'm done with your queries, I will sign off for now. Meet you tomorrow. Continuation to the string methods.
Thank you.